As my buddy Tom and I were driving to the race, almost to registration, we were on part of the course that had a series of sharp, steep rollers. We didn't remember them being so high or being so many. Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. This is my 4th road race of the year. The other races were between 45 and 50 miles, my legs usually gave out on the last lap, and I never finished with the pack. With this race being 68 miles and the course having a lot of character, I was quite concerned. With no teammates in the race, even if I did have teammates. With the largest pack of the day of 50 riders, my plan was to sit in out of the wind. I had to conserve as much as possible to even have the remotest chance of finishing with the pack. And then this happened in the 2nd lap. While I was in a good gear to ride wheels to use momentum to go up a steep roller, I was not in a good gear to start a climb from a standstill. After almost 4 minutes of chasing and riding on the wheels to chase, I was finally safely in the pack. I forgot to mention, an unexpected item that made this race a lot more challenging for me was that I lost my water bottle on the 1st lap. Fortunately, at the end of the 2nd lap,
Gotcha. Oh shit! God, who brushed me? Fuck! Sorry.
At the start of the 3rd lap, my concern for finishing with the pack for some reason dissipated. I then began to do something I used to do when I was younger. I attacked. While I didn't think I could solo for 23 miles and win the race, I was hoping I'd be joined by a few others. After a couple of minutes, I was joined by a Cal Nats rider. While the pack was not concerned about me, they were concerned about him. About a minute later, they pulled us back. I settled back into the pack, undaunted and unfazed by the amount of energy I just expended. I was now looking for my next opportunity to attack. And that opportunity came on the back end of the course. At the front is an old teammate and good friend of mine, Scott. He's just been pulled back from an attack. This was not his first attack. The peloton is concerned about Scott. He did the same move at the Bariani road race and won it. Thinking that the pack is conserving a little after its recent chase down, I attacked. Unfortunately, when I attacked, Scott, the strong guy that he is, jumped on my wheel and the pack on his. Under the category of, you just never know, Scott counterattacked me and the pack let him go. After a bout of what I call conservative chasing, probably because the pack knew that those Stinger rollers were still ahead and were going to slow him down, Scott had a very nice gap. I figured if the pack was going to be conservative, I was going to try and make it across. Unfortunately, after a couple minutes, my bridge attempt was not going as fast as I would have wanted. Back in the pack, people were starting to attack, and the pack was not having any of that. This time when I was swallowed by the pack and settled in, I was toward the back. Based on all the variables before me, how I was feeling, the strength of the pack, the focus of the pack not to let us finish in a breakaway, I decided this was my last attack. Oh man, thanks. Yeah, so
I mean,
I'm impressed that I survived to the end with a longer road race, and that I felt good enough to do some silly attacking. So that's all good.
No, I'm
Good day for me.
I don't ride. I'm a year older than you, 65.
Okay.
Too much. So I always think I got to beat the heart guy. Now the heart guy's unbeatable.
That's
now
right.
He's like unbeatable. You're like riding like these other guys.
Oh, that's like when we first started. I got to beat the girl.